How you doing, guys? Kenny here, Unfamous Fly. Haven't made a video for a wee while, and not really been doing anything that exciting, to be perfectly honest, on the fishing front. But we've had really hot weather this last week or so, and kind of seems a bit pointless coming out. The rivers are just bone dry, and the fish just want to be left in peace in places like that. But still, waters are still viable, but with the heat, the margins are going to be warm, the water's going to be warm. But I just thought I'd take a wee wander up here to Loch Coulter and see if anything happens as the sun sets. Sometimes at this time of year, now we're into July, you start getting the sedges appearing, and sometimes along the shore you'll get the odd fish venturing in. So I've set a wee bit of a challenge to myself. I've just got my rod set up. I've set up a single fly cast with a sedge type pattern. I'm not averse to changing that, but let's just go with that just now. And I'll just have a wee explore and see if anything shows itself up anywhere to target. I'll have a wee walk along the bank this way, and take a walk down, maybe around the corner, see if anything moves, gives us a bit of encouragement. If it does, we'll target it. If not, maybe a few speculative casts as it gets a wee bit darker. But it's actually surprisingly cool up here. Actually, I've had to put my jacket on. Got out the car, and you know, it's no roasting. There's a bit of a breeze. Hope you can see the water's moving. Bit of a breeze. Not seen any fly life yet, but then I'm not that close to the water. And the catch returns in the boathouse here. Boathouse is here. Catch returns aren't giving me much cause for excitement. I think there's been one fish caught in about the last week, so it's not going to be easy, and it's anybody's guess. I've been up here on nights like this before and absolutely nothing's happened, but then other times you just get a wee flurry of activity and catch a couple of fish before you know it. So we'll give it a go and see how we go on. This is extremely low, even so. Normally when you come up, the water level's up where those reeds are, and you can wade out, and you start to encounter the hard wading once you reach this rubble here. I don't know if I can remember ever seen it quite so exposed like this. Get a good look at how it looks. This is kind of part of the dam wall, really. It's obviously been put here to help shore up the bank against the water. But you can see how it drops away, because you normally, when you come out here, so when you start walking into this, it gets quite hard wading, and you can see how fast it drops away. So it gives you a good idea of the depth. What, 15 yards from the bank here. Looks like a good 6 feet deep, I would say, since there's water in here. Anyway, we'll keep having a wee look. We explore. Not seen anything so far. I don't know if you remember, if you read my blogs, the last time I was here, I was out really early in the morning, just as sunrise was happening, day or two before Midsummer's Day, or the Midsummer's solstice, and it was a bit of a tough morning. But just as I was thinking of calling it a day, I came along the end here, and the fish were like boiling in this corner, and it just shows you that, you know, it can look dead in one place, and another place can just be heaving. So there's a lot of fish there then, mind you. So, you know, it's a good few weeks ago, a month ago. Fish aren't necessarily going to be there. I'm not being silly about this, but let's just have a wee look down there. I'm not really sure what the bank will be like. So this is normally underwater, and you would think you were walking across a finely mown lawn. It's just like grass. Not seen any activity, certainly not seen any flies. No midges about, which is a good thing, but no midges about, which is a bad thing. So where there's midges, you often get the fish coming up to take them. But oh no, there's a few wee sedges there actually. I don't know if you can see that on the edge here. Ah, they're wee sedges, they're very small ones right in here. So arguably this is a collecting point for the food, so it's always good to be at the downwind, although it's easier to cast from upwind with the wind behind you. The food gathers down the wind and you often don't need to cast so far, so it's worth giving it a go. This is what I would consider a promising area, but oh, there's plenty of wee sedges actually. I've no sooner said that I hadn't seen any flies than look in the edge here and it's moving with them. Can you see that? I noticed it was really calm in this corner. This is where it was boiling the last time I was here. So I thought I'll just take a walk down, because sometimes where the water changes from a wee bit of wave to calm, you can get fish cruising along there too, because you can see what's on the surface easier. And actually there are fish for a good distance out there, so I'm not sure how easy it is to cover. I'm just going to turn things around and hopefully you'll see there's the odd fish rising over. The question that remains is, are the fish that I'm seeing trout or are they pesky perch? Because it surprised me in the past to catch perch on dries. You think what you're fishing to is a rising trout, and it ends up being a rising perch because they're hungry. I don't know if you can see, there's definitely the odd few fish moving here. It's just wee things coming at the surface. I think some of the wee disturbances you can see are probably insects coming off, but not all of them. Some of them are definitely fish. Don't know if you can see there. See wee bubbles and swirls just in here. That's insects. They're probably sedges coming off. You see them sort of skittering along the surface. But usually where you get stuff like that going on, any switched on trout will be straight in for them, but I dare say so will switched on perch. Yeah, see there, out there. That was a fish. Whether it was a trout or not, I don't know, but it was certainly a fish. I think we'll have a cast. Normally when you're here, this is like a wee bay, and you kind of have to fish across it, and from these rocks it's not very easy to get in here, and then if you want to get the other side you've got to walk away up round the top and back down. It's a bit of a palaver. I very rarely try it because it is really harder than you would imagine it looks, but tonight you can literally walk across it because it's like a lawn. And then you've got the high bank there. Be a bit of a clamber going round there, but I think if you treat nights like this as a pleasant walk beside the loch with a fishing rod in your hand, I think that's as best you can ask. And if you happen to get an opportunity to catch a fish, then go for it, but I don't think you should be too disappointed if nothing much happens, and that's certainly how I'm treating it at the moment. There's nothing really doing. So I fished along this wee bit bank here, and I actually did hook a fish, but as I suspected, it was a perch, and just a wee one. Didn't even get it to the net. It flicked off, which I'm quite grateful for because I can't be bothered handling these things. I don't mind perches, you know, they're funny wee fish and I wouldn't harm them, but they're not what the quarry is, and can be a bit of a nuisance at times when you're getting amongst them. But yeah, that's been it. So I'm going to pack my stuff up and call it the dead loss that it was, but it's an enjoyable wee walk, and I think it might be a week or two before I'm back out fishing again. I've got a week off in a few weeks time, so probably wait till about then unless the weather either cools down or a bit of rain. So catch you later.